Okay. Alright, so I did go back and do another I-50 with bleed hidden. After yesterday's run didn't quite work out. The Steam, I did it on my laptop. The Steam Cloud Sync didn't work out or whatever, so the run's not on here, but I'd say the reason it ended up being a successful run compared to this one was perhaps in large part due to the map generation, which ended up being much more favorable. You can see here I didn't get my shrine to cleanse this 2 starting voids until basically the tail end of the first floor, whereas on my successful run today, the shrine was right here, essentially. I had a fight, a chest, and then the shrine. So that made the early game much, much smoother. And then in the later game, in this run we missed out on visiting the Queen event to get the special Void Stones, because the pathing didn't account for it. I actually had a Queen event that I could visit in the successful run today. And beyond that, the deck in my successful run just ended up being a much more typical build for what I usually do on Bleed Hidden, which is to say a crap ton of buffs and just spamming balanced cards. I had a copy of Response, a copy of Lacerations, a copy of Thief's Code, a something extra, and I think there's even one more buff that I'm forgetting right now that I had as well. Yeah, Building Steam. I had Building Steam as well. All of those in the deck. And then we basically just build up 3 combo with the Lick the Knives and spam out Silent Shivs, spam out Hidden Blades. Never spend your combo except for the really valuable cards, which in that deck was a Nick and a In Cold Blood. So the Nick you can kind of use to smooth out a rough turn in the middle of your fight. The In Cold Blood was your big finisher. Yeah, it was a pretty good deck. Got the I-50 win. Let's see, actually, will it show up here if I... No, it will not show up here. I'll have to get the sync taken care of. I wonder if I relaunch the game, actually. Let's try that real quick. Because I would like for the clear to show. Oh, okay. Well, whatever. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. So, we're just going to do another Impossible Plus I-50 today. And I'll probably just random into anything that isn't Bleed Hidden. Probably hidden at all, to be honest. The last 3-4 runs, I think, have all been hidden for me. If anyone wants to suggest something, I'd be happy to do that, but otherwise we'll just random it. Probably just gonna rock with this I-50 again. This has been working pretty well for me. Pretty nice setup. Not going to be too rough. I mean, this was the setup I used for that Bleed Hidden run that I just did, even with the max adaptation. It turns out it's not that bad if you are outputting as much bleed as a deck like that does. It just doesn't matter if the if the enemies are losing 2 bleed every turn instead of 1, and of course it matters even less so when you have Lacerations. Although I didn't actually play Lacerations in most fights, but anyway, we will go ahead and rock with this setup. Alright, Thunder Tempest. I feel pretty confident saying that Tempest is the strongest character in the game right now. I have literally never lost a run with her so far. I did 10 impossible mode runs in a row to master all of her cards. I did an I-30, and then I did 2 I-50s with each of her decks. And yeah, we've never lost a run with Tempest so far. Of course, now that I've said that, I'm sure this will be the one. But one way or another, she is ridiculous. Definitely the strongest character right now. And out of the 2 starter decks, I prefer Thunder, I think. Mostly just because of this card right here. Smite is ridiculous. It's so powerful. All of her X-Cost cards are incredible. Those being like, Smite, I think Jolt, the one that requires 1 discharge per trigger. Batter, which the one that gives you block in addition, and if you manage to get the clanless X-Cost card, One Hit Wonder, which is just like a single-use bigger smite, that's pretty incredible too. Batter is pretty solid for Rage. These 2 cards kind of stink though. Thwart is garbage if you're doing anything other than purging it. You know, 1 mana for 5 block is as bad as it gets, generally speaking, in this game. You're not going to find anything that's worse value. But when you're purging it for Zeal, it can be decent. And Paragon is okay. It's at least some overcharge to start with, which is by far the biggest reason to use this card. I think once you have better, more reliable ways to get overcharge, it's usually time to drop this thing. But anyway, let's get into it. I guess I will also mention that I think her spell is probably a little weaker than the other one. Okay, Inner Oasis. I love this card. Really nice uncommon hit here. I really like Prime Query as well. Good shock applier. Quick Charge is decent if you really need to generate overcharge. Static Saber is okay. Forked Thrust is okay. It's AoE, which can be a little hard to come by on Tempest. We're going to reroll one of these 2. Probably the Forked Thrust. Jolt! Okay, that is a great hit. This is my favorite shock applicator, especially if you upgrade it. 16 shock for 1 card, potentially, is completely nuts. Okay, and because, as I did mention, Thwart is such garbage, I usually like to pick a block card to start on this deck. So, the Close-In would be the choice here. It's the only other block card besides Intervention, which is not the most reliable thing in the world. You have to dump all your energy into it. You might not want to do that. If I don't get a lot of shock generation, then I'll consider the Growing Static or the Rolling Thunder, but we're doing fine with that so far from our pack, so we'll just take the Close-In. And let's get going. Okay. I really like the set of cards we have here, so probably not going to do the Elite Artifact there. 4 random potions is always pretty nice. Random class uncommon. With the Blood Library on the map, this becomes a better option since it's going to synergize with those Blood Library relics, should we take them. I'm seeing early Shrine, although it does cost us some Fervor for our Zeal powers, so it's a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. You know, I've never actually thought to test this. You can, see, I was just thinking, you can click map rewards, because it's going to help you plan your pathing, right? Knowing what your Zeal tree looks like could theoretically help you plan your pathing too before you pick your Loot the Dead. And that's interesting. You can't click it down here, but you can click it up here. It's kind of weird. That being said, I'm not going to bother with that at the moment. We're just going to do our usual thing first, which is pick all of the highest value nodes. This looks like we're going to do that. This is a pretty good one. This is the real big choice I have to make here, is do I want this Elite or do I want the Blood Library? Blood Library generally very, very strong. I don't mind doing Blood Library here. Would probably be doing this for the rest of the map. If we go Blood Library, it would look like that. That's pretty good. Although now we can see that we also have to weigh this blood library against this chest. So that's an upgrade point and an elite artifact versus some rares and some uncommons. Genuinely a pretty tough call. Take another look at the map here. This is the most broken card that Watcher has access to, if you ask me. One hit wonder, as I mentioned, really, really good. Let's just see where those two are for now. There's the one hit wonder. This path misses the overload, but there's not a great way to get it. We'd be losing out on a bunch of upgrade points. I guess I'm okay missing the overload. Okay. We're also missing the grounded. That kind of stinks as well. I really like grounded. But is it better than second prime query, 2 upgrades? No, it's not. Okay, I think this is gonna be how we do things. Okay. So with all that said, give me the class uncommon at the ready. That is a pretty good one. It's not bad. We're gonna get a black void stone soon. Okay, I'd like putting black void stones on Inner Oasis. It is a crap ton of zeal and a decent chunk of block. Okay. Take out a couple forts here, put this in, put that in. Take out 1 batter for the jolt. The prime quarry, we're gonna want that in there. Take out another batter. Not gonna mess around with static saber yet. I will swap a thwart for at the ready. No quick charge yet. Yellow stone on jolt is generally pretty good, I think. It's a nice double trigger. So we're just gonna do that straight out the gate here, and I think this is pretty good for now. All right. Oh yeah, I didn't actually check my zeals. 3 damage and gain 1. Alright. Generally not a huge fan of the AoE damage zeal powers, but it's not the end of the world. This hand though, holy cow. This sucks. What a hand. Oh boy. Okay. Guess we're just doing some of this. Keep the at the ready because probably gonna need the block on this turn. No? Okay. Close in instead. That's fine. Okay. Alright, got our second prime quarry. What else we have? Feedback I'm not usually a fan of because you want to play it when there's a bunch of shock on the enemy, but it's an attack, so then you lose half of all that shock for a pretty low damage effect. Gambit's okay. It's one of the few ways you can apply slow with this character. Rolling Thunder, though, is just a crap ton of overcharge. which I think I'm gonna want. We'll take that. Just start with the Smite upgrade. Usually the first target for an upgrade for me. It's just so good. It is like the reason to pick this starter deck. So... take out one more batter for the time being. Rolling Thunder not going to go in yet. Although it is particularly good against this guy. Stop the Banes, but I don't think I really care. We'll get a sync kill next turn. This guy's just going to die to the Steel Power anyway, so... How much is this? Oh, okay, nice. Okay, we're definitely going to want to upgrade both of these at some point. The Prime Quarries are okay upgrades, definitely take precedence. The Jolt takes precedence. The Blackstone is going to go in here eventually, I think. I'll just go for the Jolt for now. Get a Cleanse. Ooh, okay, some very interesting choices here. Eye of the Storm, pretty sweet. Love the Purge effect there. Especially if we were getting the Overload. Eye of the Storm plays very nicely with Overload, but we are not, as we mentioned, getting that Overload. I will still take this. Who's our boss? Bertha, okay. Bulwark is... Bulwark could be pretty good if we're going to be doing stuff with Inner Oasis. Bulwark could be nice. Definitely a card we'd want to be upgrading. Okay, I'll take the Bulwark, but it's probably not going in the deck until we upgrade it. Now we just got to decide if we want to pick up this Blood Pact, because none of these cards are like super amazing for me right now. These guys just cost way too much discharge, even with our Rolling Thunder. It's just a little bit much to ask right now. And, you know, they're not that impressive if you're not getting their discharge effects. Conduit's, like, okay. Pay 10 for one of these. Tough call. I guess I will go ahead and get the Conduit for now, then. And that'll just be that. Okay. So the Bulwark, like we said, is not going to go in yet. The Eye of the Storm absolutely will. Just going to replace a Paragon, I think. Not sure what I want to do with this blue stone. We'll probably just hang on to that one for a while. Gathering Storm is a pretty good shock applicator most of the time, but we don't have any tempo effects, so I'm not going to bother with it for now. We'll just rock with this. Yo, SD, what's up, man? How's it going? Seen some of your Vault content on YouTube, dude. You're one of the first people I ever saw play this game. In fact, I don't actually remember right now, but you might have been the first person I ever saw play this game. Yeah, I got your card back, your deck back, rocking in my collection. Is this a kill? This has got to be a kill. Yeah. Nice straw potion. You'll love to see it. Still don't have that Blackstone yet, but I'm just gonna go ahead and upgrade the Inner Oasis. We're gonna want that upgraded eventually. The newer content for this game, you talk about SD, like Tempest. If you talk about Tempest, I love her. She is super fun. Absolutely the strongest character in the game, if you ask me. I actually have a 100% win rate with her currently, across 10 impossible runs, 1 instability 30, and 2 instability 50s. We have not lost with this character. She's ridiculous. Really fun, though. I hope they don't, like, nerf her too much, because she's really cool where she is right now. So, haven't actually looked at my Zeal tree much yet. This is good. We might want a path down there eventually. Block 4 is pretty sweet. Usually I just pick up the Zeal 5 as my first thing, because you hit this somewhat often. 56% already. And it's only going to go up with Inner Oasis, so we'll do that. Alright. Armored Approach is our first tempo generation, so we could start running Gathering Storm now if we want. Probably not going to put the Gathering Storm in just yet, though. Maybe later. Yeah, she's definitely a little bit too strong, if you ask me, but only a little bit. She doesn't feel that far off from something like Sacrifice Daughter, if you ask me, who I think is generally regarded as the other strongest character. I would probably say that's the other strongest start. We'll throw in the Conduit. Just have a big chunky damage card. We're definitely not gonna be discharging very often with it yet, but that's fine. Here, actually, you know what? Let's see. There we go. There we go. Let's rock this bad boy. Yo, Inkbite, what is up? I believe this is Josh, right? That's you? The boy himself. Glad to have you. Okay, these guys, man. I know they've been nerfed like so many times, but when I see them, dude, the primal circuitry in my brain still activates. I hate these things. Definitely going to be needing our spell next turn. But, I'm actually going to do this. Put it on him since he's not attacking, so I don't have to deal with the extra frenzy. Oh, hey! I got tweeted out, apparently, huh? I did not realize that. I don't actually have Twitter, so, otherwise I'd be following your account, Josh, but thanks, dude. Thanks. I'm definitely not much of a streamer. I'm really just doing this for fun and because I like this game a lot. It's a good game. What the heck is this hand? What am I supposed to do this turn? Guess we just block. Oh, that's one thing about Prime Curry in this fight. Holy cow, buffing everybody up. Yeah, dude, I don't know if there's a lot of people who stream on i50. Zombie Penguin is basically the only guy I know who actually streams high-level stuff of this game. He plays like i30, and I saw him climbing his way all the way up to i50 a while ago. Okay, 25. Can we just kill everyone? That is always a question you have to ask when you're playing Tempest. Looking like a probable yes here. Yep. Second jolt. Probably going to leave that out for now. We got our Blackstone. I'm just going to put that on Inner Oasis. Every time I have found an Inner Oasis, I have put a Blackstone in it, and it has never let me down. It is so good for spamming out that Zeal. Definitely not at its best in the early game when you don't have much in your Zeal tree, but I love this card. It's so good. Especially on a character that is generally lacking in strong block, if you ask me. Her block is like okay, but this is a standout. Okay, what is the spell child? Yeah, I've seen a few people streaming in the Discord sometimes. I haven't hopped in on any of those yet, but if I see another I-50, I'll definitely try and catch one of those, because I don't know if like my ideas are like the way to play I-50, if there's like other hidden strategies I haven't discovered yet and stuff, you know. Yeah, well, hey man, I know I was definitely one of those people who used to be asking for high-level content, but modern problems require modern solutions, so I became the high-level content. Okay, unfortunate that we can't afford anything at the Spell Child, but, you know, whatever. That's expected when you're maxing out tight pockets and have imperfect works and all that other stuff that we have. Okay. Well, geez, we could just smack the crap out of this guy here, but I don't think that's particularly useful. Probably not going to play the Smite for very much here. We'll play it for one there. Definitely looking to pick up more overcharge right now, man. I have yet to trigger this jolt. It's a real shame we had to skip that grounded earlier, but it is what it is. Block like this. Do I play the batter? 20 next turn. We have quite a bit of block coming up, so I do feel comfortable playing the batter. Okay. Yeah, we should be able to block this, no problem. Love that Inner Oasis. Let's see. Don't need that. Probably should have used my spell here in retrospect, but that's fine. Not too big a deal. I think we're in great shape here. Just gonna look to draw the Smite back. Yeah, this is like my only good overcharge right now, is this thing. It is a very good overcharge, at the least, although it is a bit unfortunate in that I don't actually get the delay block, because I'm never playing it. But that's fine. Not gonna look at Gift Horse and the Mouse. Okay. How much damage are we gonna have here? Always purging that. Always playing that, because we want the Vuln. And we might as well do this. Get some Zeal. We can always block with the spell, of course. Okay, yeah. Very good. This, on the other hand, is a rare card that will work with the Pact. Probably gonna slot this in instead of the Conduit for now. Comparable damage, and I can actually make use of the secondary effects, plus that bonus delay block. Okay, these guys. Where do I have an answer for what to do with the Bluestone yet? Actually, I could take out a Paragon. I'll leave it in for now for the extra overcharge, even though it's only one, but it's something. Could throw in the Quick Charge if I wanted to. That would be a decent Bluestone target. Bluestone Quick Charge. What are we cutting? Probably just another Thwart. Pretty unenthused with the Thwarts. Yeah, you know what? I think that's the play here. blue stone on my quick charge. Throw that in. Pretty happy with that. Okay. And we drew a whole bunch of block on a turn when we don't need it. That's fine. Pretty much always just go for the Blightwort in this fight when I don't have any of those little tricky things you can do where you you stack She on this one so that when he gets strangled, the She transfers over and kills him and does 100% in one turn. Those kind of shenanigans. Okay, we should be able to just kill him here. Let's see what we have. Am I actually playing Thwart here? I guess I am. Wow, okay. Off by 1, feels bad. We can clean him up with the Zeal Power. Not too concerned about blocking here. I might even take a little bit of... Oh, no, we're not going to take damage. We drew the Oasis. Always lucky. There we go. Finish him off. Oh, and we redrew it. You'll... You love to see it, dude. There's some little interactions like that with the Blackstone. Stuff that not even Queenstone can do, right? Like making Masochist recur itself. Or when you reshuffle at just the right time. Oh. So nice. We're gonna block with the Paragon here, so we don't need at the ready. I will do one Prime Quarry, but only one. We'll batter him, and there we go. Okay. Streamer luck, dude, yes. The minute you click broadcast, your RNG values just shoot up, they skyrocket. Okay. Love to see Strength Potion with Tempest. Okay, what's our upgrade now? Dude, Eye of the Storm, this has got to be one of the worst upgrades in the game. I have, in all of my runs of Tempest, I've had this card like, what, 3 times, 4 times? I have played it once, and because I wasn't paying close enough attention, it didn't actually even work, because I forget what it was. There was some weird situation where I had a whole bunch of discharge, but maybe I was like hexed or something. I don't remember. I've never resolved this card's actual effect. And it's still great. Maybe the Prime Quarry here. Extra Rage is pretty good. Honestly, now that we've put a stone in it, I'm just going to do the Quick Charge. We want to play that card as often as we can. Ah, you hate to see that. That's too bad, but not a big deal. Jousting Lance. This is the first time I saw this relic, I was like, oh my god, it's so good. How is this a common relic? And then the more I played with it, I was like, okay. It's not as busted as it seems at first. I thought this was just so strong. It's okay. It is not bad. I think it's about in line with where it should be as a common relic. We are about to get a green stone for the Conductor Stone. I was complaining about a lack of overcharge, but I mean, I don't know. Bulwark, Greenstone Bulwark. That's not the worst idea. Is it worth literally all of my souls? It's the only greenstone we're gonna get from the bar. So, unless I'm picking one up from, like, Well of Stars, we're probably not gonna get another one. I don't usually go out of my way to hit up the Stonesmith when money is this tight on I-50. So that's like one overcharge every fight. That's a rough one. I think I'm just gonna take the freebie here, the on sale guy. It's okay. It's okay. For 6 souls, I'm not too upset. Cause yeah, now we can also hook ourselves up with that red Void Stone. probably just stick it on a batter. Having at least one like batter plus in the deck's not such a bad thing, and with the redstone on it, it's going to be 75% rage in one card, which is pretty nuts. So we'll take that. Don't feel like this card's going to make the cut in our deck when we have double Prime Query already. Okay. Not a fight for Gambit. We'll just go ahead and slide it in on this one here. Still not going to put the Bulwark in just yet. I don't know when the Bulwark is going to go into the deck, if it's going to go into the deck at this rate. We're so upgrade hungry, and I don't want to put it in if I can't upgrade it. It's a little too expensive. Because yeah, I mean right now we've got we want to upgrade this guy. We're going to want to upgrade the one-hit wonder here with this upgrade point. We'll see. Maybe I snag some Well of Stars upgrades. It's probably going to be the plan here. Okay, very nice starting turn here. Just slap him for 53. Well, there's all of our block. I guess I'm fine with that. Okay, I'll play the quick charge at least once, though, here. Because we can actually use the jolt. So we will do that. I kind of want to hold both of these, to be honest. All these thwarts, yeah, like, you know, just drawing through with the Oasis. 50% rage. No, okay, you know what? We're not going to play the battery. We have the block on 5, so I can block with At the Ready here and get my rage. Re-up the Vuln. 45 with one batter, not bad. And pretty much as soon as we redraw Smite at this point, or even like the defensive attack, is just instantly game over. Have some shock. Where's that Smite? Jeez, where is it, man? Yeah, there we go. 69 damage, nice. Second Fervor of the run. Okay, this upgrade point is going to go on the batter. 75 rage on one card is sweet. Okay, now we need to think a bit more long-term about our Zeal. This is like a pretty whatever effect. It's nice. It doesn't really give us any direction with the build of our deck, where something like the extra shock spam here could be really strong. Particularly in single target fights, we're going to have that... what's it called? The one-hit wonder. And the one-hit wonder plus a bunch of shock stacked up coming from this plus all of our other sources is going to be enough to one-shot like every elite from full health, basically. So I'm eyeing that up for sure. This is not going to do much, like we just said. We only have the one greenstone that we're likely to get. And I don't think there's any other rigged cards that are of particular note with Tempest that I'm going to be looking for. Discharge for shock. Overcharge is tight, so we can't afford that right now. Okay, so I'm thinking we're going to spend one fervor point here, 2 fervor points getting us down to here, and I'm not sure how many other we'll end up with. the timeliest upgrade right now is probably the Rage. We'll go with the Rage for the moment. Okay. Collect our card pack and the one-hit wonder after this fight. Should be pretty sweet. Yeah, I'm still not ready for this bulwark yet. Okay. There's our super batter. But we don't really have anything to do with all of the rage right now. Try and find something to do. We did not. Guess we'll just do a bunch of batters. Really looking for this or this. That's okay. I'll try and go for a sync kill against these guys, although I always tell myself I'm gonna sync kill them. Usually don't. Usually like I forget about like Fester or something, and my damage calculation ends up being slightly off. But they're not that bad nowadays. They're a little annoying, but they're not that bad. We can actually get our well, if I thought a little further ahead, we could have gotten the 2 overcharges and played the Jolt, but I'm fine with I'm actually just gonna hold the Jolt, I think, here. Yeah, because that's a full block right there. Shock up the one who's gonna have the most health. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. So much for the sync kill. Just like I predicted, dude. Never sync kill these guys. This guy has so much shock, we're just gonna leave him. He'll be easy to pick off later. 7 threat. Block that, no problem. $41. How about that? That's kind of perfect. Since we want to kill 2 more of them now. Okay, yeah, we'll just do that. And then we'll block with our Zeal. We're already blocking next turn. Don't feel the need to hold on to this. We want to redraw Smite and all that good stuff. Just purge as much as we can. Start digging. Probably not going to play this. Let's see. A lot of damage left in the deck here. Okay, we definitely want the Vuln up, so we'll do just 1 Prime Quarry, I want to say is the correct choice here. I'm going to hold this for block next turn, and I'm just going to purge everything. We've got some expensive stuff coming up. Okay. Only 1 attack means that we are still... Actually, no, we can use the spell to kill this guy if our defensive attack is going to kill here, which I think we can make it do without too much trouble. Yeah, there we go. Nice and easy. Pop. Oh, wait. Oh, that's what I get for just not actually counting it out. Every time, dude, I told you, every time I don't ever sync kill them, something like this happens. Every time. Okay, we still have... No, we don't have the AoE anymore, so we actually have to spend some time killing this guy. Which is mildly annoying, but not really a big deal, I guess. We'll block with the Paragon, so don't need that, don't need that. Seems like the best thing to do is get the rage up on him. Oh yeah, what am I talking about? Block with Paragon. Block with Zeal. Yeah, and then we'll just pick off the one that has no shock. Deal 18, why not? Fight's pretty much over now. Yeah, this ought to do it, right? There we go. Alright, what's in the box? A second one-hit wonder? Is that even good? Do I want 2 of those? That's interesting. That is very interesting. Double one-hit wonder? 2-hit wonder! I am wondering about this second one-hit wonder. Shifting Winds is really nice. I love to see this. Pretty much always put in every copy of Shifting Winds and Grounded that I come across. It's just, you know, it's a one-cost expel that gives you value over the course of the whole fight. Hard to say no to that. Okay, you know, I do want to try the double one-hit wonder, so let's... do I re-roll the Have At You? I think I do. Yeah, I don't want my uncommons to expel. I want them to stick around for my Blood Library relics, so we'll roll it. Oh, yes! Another Inner Oasis. This is definitely my favorite Tempest card. I know that's probably, like, a really silly thing for it to be my favorite Tempest card, this character who's just all about slapping for 1,000,000 damage. Block 3, draw 2. I like drawing cards, what can I say? So long to yet another thwart. And I guess it's time for the other Paragon to go. We're just gonna have not very much overcharge, and that's just gonna be our life for a little while. Almost tempted to cut another thwart here for the one-hit wonder. We're doing fine defensively, so I am gonna do that. We'll go aggressive. Still not gonna go for the Swerving Currents. I just don't think I need the vulnerable with the Prime Quarries that are doing more than enough. Okay. Corpse Mound Man. Oh, this guy. This guy's so much easier after the nerf. Still pretty rough, though. Pretty early lucky rum keg. How much? There'll be 1 potion for the end of this floor, and then the entirety of floor 2. Not bad. Spirit Flail is, like, super duper strong if you have overcharge, which we do not. So that's just a big no. Scudam of Faith. I've been a little unimpressed with this card usually. Or this relic. It's like it's not bad at all. But I don't know. It's not all that flashy. I'm just gonna take the rum. And we have a one-hit wonder immediately. I mean, we have 2 of them, right? So I can just throw it out if I feel like it. We can just do that. I think we might as well. Just do get a little bit of rage, smack him for 45, purge the rest. Time to start drawing cards. Don't need all these batters. kind of want to draw this, or this. So we'll keep drawing. Okay, yeah, now we're looking good. We don't need both of these. Just go with the inner oasis. Okay, now it's actually getting tricky. We don't need to block anymore, because we've got spell. Okay, so I think the play here is going to be just do this, get the Vuln up, block with the spell, and then we're just going to clobber him with the one-hit wonder next turn, I think. $77. We do have enough for this. Probably more damage. Yeah, that's it's definitely more damage. This turn's a little spicy. He's not Vuln anymore. We gotta block 27 or kill. Yeah, we are not killing. Okay. Just a do-nothing turn, whatever. Okay. Hopefully we kill here. I can gain the overcharge if I want. Don't know if that's worth it. This is definitely worth it. And we're dealing 21 with this. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna take the hit. It gets halved, so it's honestly not even a big deal. And we more or less guarantee win the fight now. Not bad. Okay. Treasure Goblin. Love to see that. What are we doing with this greenstone? Are we putting it on the bulwark, man? At this point, we really probably should. Which means that we're going to commit this upgrade point to it. Instead of a one-hit wonder? I don't know. I don't know about that. That doesn't sound right. Oh yeah, I didn't put the shifting winds in either. Whoops. Probably should do that too. Take out the last thwart for shifting. We're not going to do bulwark in this fight anyway, obviously, so think about that for later. We'll just hold this guy. No, we're not going to play that for rage. Just do that. Alright. Free money. Health potion. Not my favorite potion in this situation. Yeah, oh, there's just so many good upgrades right now, dude. One of them's gotta be a one-hit wonder. That's a fight winner. This purple stone's gonna be pretty nice. Check it on the other inner oasis probably, because we basically always play this card when we see it. But now we actually have to decide about the bulwark versus the boss. It's probably worth it. What are we taking out? Guess just a batter. We'll upgrade this later. Hopefully at the Well of Stars. We got plenty of cash for it, so... throw that out. at that, drawing cards. Wait, oh, that's right, this isn't a block card. This is not technically a block card. This is a block card. Yeah. Block 3, not a block card. Deal 32, that's a block card. Okay, we're definitely just gonna dunk a piggy with this, right? I don't know, we could just go after Bertha, but should probably dunk the piggy. There's our draw. Got these two best friends hanging out. I could just sit on both of these. She isn't going to be Vuln though, and she has only 2 shock. Probably not worth it. This is my upgraded one. Don't know if I want to waste it on a piggy. Yeah, that feels pretty foolish. We'll purge them both for now. But we are going to have to bonk this guy real quick here before he explodes on me. We do spam a lot of cards, so... Okay, I don't mind using the unupgraded one-hit wonder on him. Jeez, that is... This card is so good, dude. Yeah, we'll just smack him. Keep drawing. Stack the Vuln, stack the shock. Some big boy damage coming up. I will hold the batter in that case. Oh, that's right. Wasn't paying attention to that. I always forget about her effect to do the old flip-flop there. So much for the damage. We actually can jolt. That's pretty nice. Do need to be a little worried about this guy though. Take care of him real quick. Yeah, we're absolutely just gonna one-shot her, I think, with a one-hit wonder at this rate. Whenever that time comes. We get the jolt again. If we even want to. Alright, I gotta go let my dog out real quick. Okay. So currently it's at 50 from 1 damage. We are absolutely gonna shock her some more. Absolutely going to apply the Vuln. Okay, that's more like it. That's more like it. Yeah, okay. That seems pretty good. Nice and easy. Okay. Unfortunately, we did not get any upgrade points. I was definitely hoping for some of those. Booster pack with a rare is not so bad. Drafting uncommons. The card rarity stuff is kind of nice. Still wouldn't mind a little more overcharge, but I do like most of the cards in the deck at this point. Wouldn't mind some more block cards that are actual block cards either. I think I'm just gonna save my money, and we'll just take the booster pack. Okay, grounded, you love to see it. Reload, also pretty good. Retaliate, also pretty good. we've got some pretty good stuff here. Shift polarity is kind of nice if we wanted to incorporate that one card that I don't remember the name of. That gives you overcharge if you have tempo. This guy, Gathering Storm. But I don't feel like we need it. The shock is... We're doing alright with shock so far, so... Gotta make room for this grounded, for sure. That is a must. Might be at the ready, honestly. It might just be. I am gonna cut a batter for retaliate, and then I want to work in the reload and the grounded still. At the ready's pretty strong, and I don't want to go too low on block cards. Okay, you know what? Call me crazy. These are our attacks. Super batter, defensive attack, and then just a bunch of X cost stuff. I think that's what we're gonna go with. Okay. So, usual pathing plan, we just pick out the highest value nodes. Try and connect the pathing. Kind of stings to miss the fervor and upgrades if we want to get the double elite artifacts. But double elite artifacts are pretty good, and we can make up for the upgrades with the chests instead. Clashing Steel's pretty good though, huh? Probably not better than a chest. But it's worth considering. Probably gonna start here then. The Mime is... Mime is interesting. I have no idea what the best dupe target is right now. We have a lot of crazy stuff. Inner Oasis, maybe. From here we have to go down. We're gonna spend some money there. Card shop's appealing. Power Walk. It's not bad. I don't really care about the shrine. Okay, so we might just skip the mime. We won't be able to go to the card shop if we want to go to the shrine, but I also don't mind skipping on that. Path looks something like this. We get exactly 1 point of fervor, which we would spend maybe for this, I guess, the Sacred Beams. No, we'd spend it on the Voltaic Burst, for sure. Okay. Yeah, this seems like a good path. We were gonna have so many souls for the Soul Collector. Yeah, looks good to me. Let's go for it. Keep pace. Oh yeah, this card's upgrade, dude. Purge for delay rage, 50%. That's pretty sweet. That's gonna be something we want to look at for sure. But there's so many cards I want to upgrade right now. So many cards. We're never gonna have enough upgrades for all these cards, so I really have to be more realistic than that. Okay. This is a block card as well, which is nice for the bulwark. Let's just get started with some overcharge. A lot of overcharge. And... we will go ahead and do that. Don't need as many X-Cost cards as I have. It's mostly just for the boosted draw consistency. So I'll happily expel one of them here when we should be able to just dunk all three of these guys in one turn, I suspect. We want to play the defensive attack here for our draw. Not going to use the one-hit wonder yet. And we're just going to take this opportunity to get the buffs down. Okay, how much is this dealing right now? Not that much. 16 block is the perfect amount. Okay, we're just gonna do this, get the draw. I could just let something new spawn, kill that guy, and then try and wipe him up next turn. What are we drawing here? We got one-hit wonder, we got defensive attack, double inner oasis. Yeah, okay. You know, I'm gonna do this instead. We're gonna do that, and we're gonna hold the jolt. And we will go for the triple kill here. Because I don't want to block that. We did not draw the defensive attack. Okay, there it is. Shouldn't really need Vuln. Inner Oasis is pretty good. Don't need the armored approach, I don't think. Okay. I guess we are just gonna end up blocking it by pure happenstance. Yeah, okay. So much for going after all of them at once. Not a big deal. If we would have drawn another card, I guess I could have one-hit wondered for 1 mana. Just do this instead. Alright. No problem. Double energy potion. How many potions are we up to? We got the variety pack, one of everything. Except for stealth. We got this other blue potion masquerading. Okay. The energy savings from the bulwark here is pretty nice. So I will go ahead and do that. Third Inner Oasis! Honestly, that's probably too much. I don't even know what we would take out at this point for the for another Inner Oasis. 3 uncommons, huh? Interesting. I don't even know if any of these cards are gonna make the cut right now. The deck's looking pretty good. So maybe we just take one speculatively and let that be that. Yeah, okay, why not? Just for the heck of it, we'll take another Inner Oasis, but I don't think it's going to end up in the deck. Upgrade-wise, we want Grounded, second one-hit wonder, second Oasis, Retaliate. I think we'll start with the second one-hit wonder. Chest number 2. Interesting. Charge block, obviously particularly good on the Tempest. 1 mana, block 10, gain 1 overcharge. It's pretty strong. Shock and block is massive shock application as well. This is like a really cheap block card though, of course, if you're gaining the energy back, which is nice with the bulwark, so I am gonna go with the charged block ultimately, I think. Forget what the upgrade is on that. Right, just 15 block, which is nice, but not a huge deal. it's really looking like we want to upgrade the Grounded or the Retaliate at this point. I'm gonna go for the Retaliate. It's a pretty nice, versatile card. And any changes to be made here? Without an upgrade, the Keep Place is definitely not going in. With an upgrade, I mean, that's just such a ridiculous upgrade. One of the best improvements out of all the cards in the game. Okay, the Charged Block, I do think, needs to go in. Probably instead of Armored Approach, I guess. I mean, we're not playing Close In very much. Okay, we'll cut the Close In for a Charged Block here. I think we'll be pretty happy with that. Iron Scabbard. I don't think I have any heavy cards besides the defensive attack, do I? Oh wait, no, the one-hit wonders if they haven't expelled. And the Retaliate, actually. Okay, this is actually a pretty good Iron Scabbard. I always forget that Retaliate is heavy. Blood Ledger's a big no. I have no good spells right now. Beard Knot is gonna get me yellow stones, basically. We'll rock the Scabbard. I don't think I've ever actually taken this one before. I usually just don't end up with all that many heavy cards. We'll give this guy a try. Guess I'll play the defensive attack just for the draw here. It is the perfectly wrong number for his ability, though. So maybe I just hold it. Actually, let's do that. Let's make him vuln and we'll hold it. Okay. Bonk. We have, like, no overcharge. Where's my overcharge? That's unfortunate. Oh well. Maybe we'll draw some. We did draw some. Don't need this guy, don't need this guy. Another one that we can't purge. How much damage is this? That's a lot. Honestly, I think we just hit him for all he's worth, and then do it again next turn. I think that is the play here. Although we do want him to be vulnerable next turn, so I will do this first. There we go. Yeah, okay. Pretty good. Easy peasy. Again, these cards are probably not going to end up in the deck. We just don't have room. So, as nice, like, Shock and Block is probably the best out of these options, right? But costs 300, and probably not going to play it anyway. So I will just take the freebie, hoard my cash, because we are visiting a card shop. And what do we want out of these? Probably just the Scootum, because my overcharge is a fairly precious resource right now. I don't necessarily want to be spending it on Spirit Flail, especially when we have so many X-cost attacks and expensive attacks. Not all that great to be ghosting X-cost attacks because you don't have any energy. Yeah, like I said, the Beard Knot, it's a little late for it. It's just going to give me yellow stones, which are okay, but yeah, we're just going to go with the Scootum here. A little bit of extra defense. If there was a draw potion here, I would buy it. There's not, so I will be on my way. One of these prime queries is probably... It's something I'm looking at cutting. It's been consistently useful to be able to stick down that extra vuln. We are playing with Adaptation at 3, lowering those enemy debuffs. So the Vuln, it's kind of hard to keep up if we're just applying 2, because that's going to fall off in 1 turn from 4 onwards. So in the longer fights, you know, most of the fights have been pretty quick so far. In the longer fights, that's going to become a bit of an issue. I could just cut one right now, though, for like the Rolling Thunder or something if I wanted more overcharge. I think we're just going to let it be for now. Okay. We're just gonna play this for 1 here, just to get a draw. Let's go for the Vuln. Okay. How much damage are we looking at already? Okay, yeah, a ton. Nice. You'll have to see it. Still don't have any overcharge for that charge block. It has not done anything so far. 38 damage. Let's see. More shock here. Some rage. We're not gonna do smite this turn. Not gonna do armored approach. 42. Okay, we'll go for it. Get the kill. We've got a decent amount of delay block. Not quite enough. Okay, so I think we want to do this. Purge. There, okay. And we should be able to clean up without any issues here. Alright. I think this is our last point of fervor, right? Yeah, last point of fervor. Oh, that's an interesting little bug. Okay, it fixes itself if you reopen it. Interesting. Okay, and we said we wanted the Voltaic Burst, so we'll take that. Who knows, maybe we get the Zeal Tome at the Soul Collector, and then we just have all of the Zeal Tree to work with. Probably not going to happen, though. I don't even know if I'd buy it if it showed up, because it would be like all of our souls. Anyway, we can look at a couple cards here, probably. Oh, no! Just shy. Oh, this card would absolutely find its way into the deck. I don't know what I'd cut for it, but I'd make room. Dang! That stings. 56 essence. Well, that being the case, just be saving our cash here for the Well of Stars. Still hoping for a bunch of upgrade points, I think. Yeah, I don't think it's quite worth it dumping on these things. It's just like so much money. Yeah, so much for that. Oh well. Dolus, we should be particularly good against. Got a bunch of expensive crap. And a bunch of X-cost stuff, so... I mean, this fight's normally not that hard for Tempest anyway, because she has a little bit of a squishy health bar, and Tempest just hits like a truck. Seer's Eye! Would that give us stealth against the Void? It would be no stealth, and I have no Praetorian Guard on, so it would not give us stealth against the Void, and we do not have a real stealth potion somehow yet. Making it not as appealing. Otherwise, we're just looking at block, which we could probably do with a bit of additional block help for the late game. Aegis is a pretty good one because it lets us double like the defensive attack. It lets us double the retaliate. But we don't play attacks all that often to tick it up. And we do have a whole crap ton of draw. So I actually prefer the Dead Man's Drop here. As nice as the upside of the Aegis is, I don't think we're actually going to be able to leverage it that well just because of how infrequently we play attack cards. Drop should be better. Ah! She unupgraded my Bulwark. It's incredibly rude. Do we even bother with Bulwark in this fight? Kinda thinking maybe not, to be honest here. Let's try reloading. Oh god. These mana costs. This one's good though. Say goodbye to that. I don't think I'm gonna bother with the Bulwark. This fight should be over real quick. Jesus. It's all so expensive. It's all so expensive. Let's see here. We do have overcharge, so I could hold this if I felt like it. But, I mean, this is a ton of block, this is a ton of block. We don't probably need to have block. Just deal 53. Get the shock from our Zeal. Now that's what I'm talking about. This is more like it. Thank you, Dolus. I knew you'd come around. Jeez, everything's free now. But might be taking damage. Might be. Since we chose not to play that, Oh wait, I just... that was not the best move I've ever made in my life. I will admit that. Probably should not have just made myself vulnerable. Okay, I'm gonna restart that one real quick. That was a brain fart. Okay. Okay, let's just try that again. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Yeah, we can be vulnerable on this turn, we just don't really want to be vulnerable on the next turn. Yeah, I try not to use too many restarts, particularly when it comes to, like, you know, you can kind of cheese things if you take out one card and put in another very similar card, and then your draw RNG is different and stuff. You can kind of like cheese your way through fights. I really try not to do that, but I will I will do a quick restart here and there if I do something stupid like that. I'm like, oh yeah, get the Zeal. No, dude, it's not worth it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we have the Pauldron, and we're probably going to use... Well, we actually have, like, no Zeal, so much for the spell. But we have the Pauldron, so it won't be that bad. Can block for 1. Amazing. Okay, yeah, there we go. Just bonker. Okay, this is a big soul collector. What do we have here? Power Glove? Pretty dang strong. Card tricks on the Bulwark is actually very interesting. That would be double Bulwark. For a lot of draw, potentially, which is extra good with the Dead Man's Drop. That's pretty nifty. That could be good. So that would put us down to 11. Could get another common artifact with that. Especially if we have a block card to play on turn 1, we do Bulwark, play the block, trigger the Bulwark, draw the other Bulwark. Yeah, okay, you know, I am gonna grab the card tricks here. I don't feel like I'm really hurting for energy anyway, so... We'll grab the card tricks, we'll take the cheap guy here. Okay, yeah, I like it. Free vulnerable. Not gonna say no to that. And... yeah, I think we're looking pretty good. Yeah, and we have all these other draw cards as well to draw into our second bulwark here. Just, like, do that. Purge you. Is it worth holding the grounded? Probably not. I want to draw more. Yeah. Yeah, this is a good turn to be drawing a lot on. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, we can always block with Retaliate if nothing else. So this isn't actually that bad. It's not that bad. Put some shock on them. Okay, let's do the quick charge here. No, we're not going to defensive attack. Okay. It's pretty good. Only 25 rage, so the one-hit wonder's not that strong right now. This one's going to be a lot better. Okay, let's play this out. 2 shock. If we had a Zeal 10 power, it'd be worth it, but we don't, so I'm not going to bother. Okay, we didn't get another self-destructy guy, which I was kind of hoping we would. These dudes are pretty annoying, they're very chunky. For something that's only worth 50% battle progress, these dudes have a lot of health. But they're predictable, so not really all that bad. Okay. Is it worth playing a block card to draw 2 here? Yes. Yes, it is. Definitely going to batter. I'm actually gonna batter this guy. There we go, yeah, that's very nice. Very nice the way those numbers worked out. And I'm gonna save the defensive attack. We can just lead with it here. Well, I guess we'll lead with Prime Chord. Get our draw. We get the Retaliate again. Very nice. Don't need the quick charge, I don't think. I can spend all of my overcharge here. I'm fine with it. There we go. Okay, cool. Fight's basically over. And is this just gonna one-shot him? Yep. Another health potion. Dang it, man. Give me rage. Give me, stealth. Give me draw. Okay, let's see. We finally managed to get most of the important stuff upgraded. Extra overcharge is always nice. Shifting Winds I'm not crazy about. Don't really need it rigged. Yeah, let's just do the grounded. Okay, Birth Pit. Shouldn't be too bad with the way we're set up. We're gonna kill her in like 2 or 3 attacks probably. 2 or 3 attack cards total. Rage. Where do we want our Rage Stone? Prime Quarry is a decent one. Yeah, it's probably going to be a Prime Quarry. Okay. That's good. And, yeah, let's go for it. Got the reload again. Nice. Okay, that is a pretty good chunk of damage. We're chilling. We're chilling. We got enough block. Let's see. As crazy as it sounds, I'm like already thinking about just going for the kill here. Just going straight for the jugular. We got our rage from that. We've got the batter. I'm willing to take the hit here, I think. Just to... Oh, I don't even have to. I have the spell. Yeah, okay. There. Okay, and should just be... Yeah, there. Wow. That was a good fight. Okay, so this is the last call for our essence here. We got some pretty sweet options here. We could take these two or these two. 10 souls, not bad, just a nice little chunk to the void. Blackstone, usually very strong. I don't know what I would put it on. Could be the grounded. Yeah, the grounded is not a bad choice for a Blackstone. I mean, we have 44 cards in the backpack. I don't think we need any more. I think I'm gonna pass on the draft. So just give me this stuff. Take souls, take the stone. Again, don't really think I need any more cards. I think we're set. Would I rather have 2 upgrades or 2 void stones? Upgrade targets are... Reload's decent. This other inner oasis is decent. I don't know. Kind of feel like I just want the stones. Get some purple stones, maybe? Oh, whoop. That is not what I meant to click. Whatever, good enough. Good enough. I'm fine with just upgrades. My dog ran in here and I got distracted for a moment. He just got neutered recently, so he's got the cone on and he's using it like a weapon, just knocking stuff off my desk. Okay, let's go ahead and do reload in case I have trouble dealing with the status effects, the status cards that I get put in my deck versus the void. And let's do defensive attack. It's probably about time. Yeah, dude. Void touched doggo coming in. Okay. We have retaliate, which makes spiders a possibility always, and we have like 1 explosive potion. Yeah, it's probably not worth it. What blessing do they even have? 20% damage. That's an okay one. Closes the window a little bit. This is a pretty good one. Stealth and full energy. I like that. Play block 6 every turn. First card, okay. I think we want to do Puppet Master and Death Knight. Yeah, okay. Let's start with Death Knight. No real reason not to like throw down the health potion, right? What is 20% of 39? 7.8? Yeah, okay. Blackstone on the grounded, yeah. I'm thinking that's what we want. Free rage, hard to say no to that. Well, let's roll. Dude, is this secretly rigged as well? We've drawn it every time. That being said, of course, the bulwark is not not all that great against this guy. But, you know, whatever, it's fine. That's the Oasis not being a block card starts to benefit us here. I will still play it over the Shifting Winds. Probably just gonna retaliate for a little bit here and get the draw, then decide what I want to do with the rest of my hand. Yeah, the perfect block. Too convenient to say no. Could do the double grounded. Could do a medium-sized one hit. Let's see, next turn is gonna be odd. So that is a bunch of rage immediately, and then I'm gonna have more rage, and another one-hit wonder, so I'm gonna just double the grounded. Okay. And we have the super batter, yeah, so, whoo! That's a little bit. That's a little bit. Okay, let's start with this. 261. 72 per hit. So it's going to be slightly lower than that as the shock falls off, but just roughly if I were to purge up to 7, 72 times 7 is 504. Not actually a kill, so I guess I'll block. And then now we can just hit him really hard. Actually, I haven't gotten my bulwark draw yet. So let's do that. Definitely not gonna smite this turn. Definitely not gonna defensive attack. Do this one just because it's cheap. And okay, I'm ready to just send it. Nice. It's turn 4, so all of the vulnerable falls off now, courtesy of adaptation. We'll just re-up it. Smite. Does Smite do the trick here? Oh, again, we haven't gotten our free bulwark draws. I say free, I mean they put the Banes in the deck, but come on. That's not a big deal. Okay, and this is super lethal. Easy peasy. Secure the stealth. And yeah, we draw a lot. We should be able to handle the Puppet Master, I think, without too much effort. Well, let's roll. For once, we didn't draw the reload. What a shame. We'll just do retaliate for 1. That's interesting. If you have 1 stack of Bulwark and then you draw a card with it and then gain additional stacks of Bulwark, it's still deactivated. That makes sense, but I was curious about that. This is the first chance I've actually had to test that. Or at least, the first time I've noticed it, I guess that is. Because I didn't play a block card, you can just see the flash is turned off. Only 1 overcharge, so I want more for the Jolt. Don't need 2 one-hit wonders. Don't need Smite. probably aren't going to play any one-hit wonders this turn, to be quite honest. Bulwark draws, double dip with the grounded, and that should do it. Okay, smite, not my preferred X cost. Haven't done our bulwark draw. Don't really want to do it with retaliate. Let's do this. Okay, we're digging deep. This is a lot of Banes left. Holy cow, that is not good. That is not good. And all of the Vuln will fall off from the adaptation. Getting spicy. Getting a little spicy. Just play this for the shock. Probably not worth it, to be honest. Get the energy back on that guy. I don't want to draw too much, because I don't have any more discarding besides the quick charge. Basically, I don't have my reload. So if I get too many Banes in hand, it'd be a bad time. I'm going to keep the Prime Query, though, because I really want the Vuln next turn. Ideally, we just draw one-hit wonders, batter, jolt, all that good stuff, and kill him. 2 Banes. That's bad. But do we live? Probably. Can't quite kill him. It's close. How much damage is this? 41 cut in half. Still have a health potion. Alright. Oh man. That was costly, but we should be able to get set up pretty easily against the Void. So, just throw in everything. Love just hoarding potions for this fight. This is basically what I always do, is to hoard all of my potions. There's a few fights that I will use specific potions on earlier. Like, for example, I like to use Exploding Bottles against the Ghostly Piranha sometimes. Crippling Potions versus Bruce can be pretty good. But generally, I just hoard as much as I can, particularly the draw potions, to handle this guy. We could do retaliate strats. But notably, I don't know if this is intended or not, retaliate does not work against the Void's do whatever then attack effects. Basically those 5 turns before he starts going crazy, where it's like, you know, add Banes and then attack, or inflict statuses and then attack. It doesn't give you rage, so we're not going to do that because of that interaction. Need to fix that? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I feel like it should work, and I think one of the other, like response, I think its response does trigger when the Void plans one of those actions. So I kind of had an inkling that something was funky there. But, yeah, we have no good spells, basically. That's just how it is. We went to the Spell Child with no money, and we never saw another way to get spells. That's that. It happens sometimes. We were pretty efficient with our resource allocation, so don't feel too beat up about it. Alright. Looking for a very big turn 1 here. Oh my god, we start with 6 vulnerable from the Crippling Potion and the Skull Crushing Mace. Wow, that's really something. Oh boy, okay. Get our double bulwarks rolling. Oh, there we go. All the buffs. All the buffs. Okay, yeah, that was a good turn one. You think we have enough effects in play here? You think we have enough? Okay. Yeah, that's good. The question of how we spend our one-hit wonders in this fight is pretty relevant. Like, do we use them to dunk Void Touched, or do we try and save them? I think we're probably going to use them to dunk the Void Touched unless there is a way to do so without expending these guys. Okay, I don't want to start with reload here because of the reduction. Yeah, we have 120 damage already. Wow. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. Let's get some card draw going here. Tons of overcharge. Don't need that. Get our draw. Nice. Don't need this. Don't really need this. This is the super duper rage. Okay, let's hit her. No, we're gonna hit him. We're gonna hit him, and we should be able to pick him off before he gives us any stinky status cards. One hit wonder. Okay, I don't want to draw then, so that we can use it next turn on her. I'm thinking is the play. Okay, yeah. Get the 1 energy. This is going excellent so far. 0 status cards added. Hopefully we'll kill her as well before she gets to stinkify our deck. Play this one just for the rage. Trigger our bulwark draw. Yeah, I'm happy to spend 1 of our one-hit wonders here. And we can even waste some energy first, so as not to overkill as much. Let's get the overcharge. Yeah, okay. So it's 62 per... How much energy do we need? 62 times 4 is 248. And then for the Volm times 1.5 is 372, right? Oh wait, no, it's already accounting for Volm. It's already accounting for Volm. So it has to be for 5. So we'll just do that now. Okay, and it's just you and me now, Mr. Void Man. Just you and me. I got one-hit wonder left with your name on it. This is also a fight where that adaptation effect is basically irrelevant because this guy's already ticking down the debuffs by 3, you know, so... Is going from 3 to 4 that big of a difference? Not really. You're probably only inflicting him with statuses for 1 turn anyway. So, part of why I like that adaptation, even in a deck that spams as many statuses as we're doing with the shock. Yeah, anyway, let's start digging here. Don't need another X cost. We've already drawn with Bulwark, so we don't need you. I'm not ready to one-hit wonder him yet, though. I don't think. I think I need more energy. I think I need more shock. Because it's a decent amount right now, but it's not that much. We can do better. We can do better. I can hold both of these. Okay, you know what, actually? Yeah, I'm gonna hold these. And we might... I don't know, we'll see. This is unfortunately an overcharge turn from the grounded, not a rage turn. That being said, we got Volm, so this might just be GG. No, okay, not quite. It's not that ridiculous. But it's pretty close. We will happily take that. Just need to survive a little bit longer here, and probably end up finishing him off with a smite, is what I would expect. Start with gaining rage, 5 Volm, Bulwark draw. Okay. Jolt him up. He's already vulnerable, so just purge everything. 262. See, more shock, please. Don't think we can quite kill him yet. Okay, we got smite. Does that do it? If we purge everything? It might. Not quite. 27 health. GG. There you have it, folks. That is how you clear I-50. Just play Tempest and play X-Cost cards. There you go. GG, GG. That was a solid run. Look at the sea of perfects. 2 elites snuck in there for some damage. And the Puppet Master, of course, who absolutely slapped us around. But yeah, that was a good run. I think a solid showcasing of the Tempest. This is the run where we specifically avoided picking up that Overload early on. I will reiterate. And interestingly enough, this is the least fervor I've ever gained, I think, in a Tempest run. We just didn't really care about our Zeal powers all that much. Double one-hit wonder, I didn't know if it was good. It turns out it's awesome. I don't think that's exactly the most surprising thing in the world. Scutum of Faith, kind of let me down a little bit again. It's okay. It's just not that much. I don't know. Every time I see this thing, I compare it to the Delicious Crust, which is 4 delay block every turn if you don't have a lot of overcharge. And I don't know. It's almost comparable, I feel, most of the time. But Deadman's Drop was really, really good with all this card draw. All of the inner oases and the reload and stuff, the Bulwark draw. That was all good. Yeah, double Bulwark. Pretty cool. Keg of Rum. The more I play with this relic, the more I like it, dude. So strong. All those potions definitely came in handy at the end there. Yeah, also, this is one thing. I do wish, if you're still around, Josh, I wish that you could see the instability setups that you were using when you're looking at the windscreen, because even mousing over the artifact here doesn't actually show you. But if I just load this up, this is what I was using. Yeah, I guess if people weren't around for the start of the run and they were interested to know about my thoughts with picking instability. First off, actually, I did write a long post with my thoughts on Impossible Plus modifiers, how to use them, and all that. I'm going to post that here real quick, if anybody wants to read that, but just quickly going over it. Lingering injuries, frail constitution, festering scars, and one for all. Oh, really? Hey, man, that would be awesome, dude. I really love your game. I think it's super fun. I spend a good chunk of time playing it, and I spend a good chunk of time thinking about it. Yeah, I was thinking about posting it as a Steam guide. I've never done one of those before, but yeah, dude, I think it's a pretty solid idea. Yeah, dude, if anything that I like post on the Reddit or the Discord or whatever, use it. I love this game. I like talking about it, and I like to flex a little bit too every now and then. You know, I do like to show off those I-50 wins. But yeah, all of these HP related starters, these are free if you don't take damage, like in the run we just did with Tempest. When you don't get hit, it doesn't matter if your health points are lower. Same thing with One for All. It doesn't matter if you're vulnerable as long as you're full blocking because of how vulnerability works. Only increasing unblocked damage means that all of this together is, I think it's 17 instability when you have them all on, or something. It's a lot, and these are all free if you're perfecting most of your fights, which is what you should be shooting for when you're trying to play on instability 50. Original Sin, this one I also basically always have enabled it to. Not because it's free, it's actually quite the opposite. This one is extremely hard, but you just need the instability. It's worth a lot, and if you can hit up an early shrine, which you should be trying to do, you can just cleanse out those 2 voids, and then the rest of the run is unaffected, so by the time you're doing, the final boss and stuff, it's as if you never had it. Some people, I used to do this too, you can run 1 Original Sin, and then you try to go to a cursed item, or maybe you get lucky and the 7 deadly sins appear. You pick up your second void there, and then you cleanse efficiently for 2. I don't like that so much nowadays because of the pathing restrictions. You have to go to the cursed item to be efficient, or else you're only cleansing 1 void. And that can really mess up the rest of your pathing, Sometimes you don't want to go to that cursed item, there's other stuff that's more valuable. Making sure that you can just cleanse efficiently always is pretty good, and it is also, of course, 4 extra instability that you don't have to make up somewhere else. Collapsing Hallways, this is basically free. You don't usually go through a lot of empty tiles. This is like 5 damage, 10 damage at most. Oftentimes it's 0 damage. Take it or leave it, also basically free. Why would you skip an elite artifact? You shouldn't be doing that. And skipping cursed items, sometimes that is worthwhile, I think, but it's only going to cost you 3 souls like once in the run, maybe. Not bad. Max Tight Pockets, this one is another one kind of like the Original Sin. It hurts. You need the instability. Similarly, Imperfect works as well, just really clamping down on your essence costs. You really only want to visit 1, maybe 2 places where you can spend your money. Excuse me. My throat's real dry. Yeah, most of your money is going to get spent at the Well of Stars. So, we did 1 card shop, I think, right? Where we didn't buy any cards. We went to a potion shop. We didn't buy any potions there. We spent 700 on a lost and found relic in that last run, and I think everything else went to Well of Stars. Soulless Greed, this is another economic one. Hurts your souls instead of your essence, which this one is also sort of free because of the Original Sin. You don't want to pray for greed really anyway, you want to pray for cleansing. And it doesn't really matter as much that you're missing out on souls because the essence is also getting devalued with the tight pockets. It's not worth as much. So you're pretty heavily encouraged not to pray for greed with these kind of setups, even without the soulless greed. So you just throw that in there. If you take a few hits, you won't mind praying for healing, and in all likelihood you're only going to path to 1 shrine, or maybe 2 anyway, so not a big cost. Eroding Sanity, this one's just like not worth much instability. It's not very hard, but it's not very rewarding to pick it. But, it's a lot better to have this maxed out than saying something like missing your starting Voidstone. And previously, I didn't used to run Adaptation all the time. I'd do, freshly cleaned and stuff like that instead. But I've come around a lot to Adaptation. Like I mentioned, it doesn't really do anything versus the Void. And even in decks where you're heavily focusing on debuffs, like let's say you're playing Bleed Hidden, you're going to be applying a lot more bleed than this modifier is going to be removing. So it doesn't really matter that much for stuff like bleed, for stuff like shock, where you're doing lots of it. Where this hurts you the most is going to be with So slow is probably where this hurts the most, because slow is generally kind of hard to come by. If you can stack too slow on an enemy and then it gets nerfed down to 0 next turn, you're going to feel pretty bad. Slightly less so for vulnerable and weak. But I think if you max this out, you just have to plan ahead a little bit more and make sure that you're applying vulnerable on the turn where you spend it, which isn't the hardest thing in the world to do. So I've definitely come around to this, and what I do like is that ticking it up just increases the rate at which it comes into play rather than the rate at which it lowers debuffs. Like if this was lower debuffs by 1 or 2 or 3 when you ticked it up, it'd be a lot worse, much, much harder to deal with. But it's not, so not that bad. All the ones that are grayed out, I would generally recommend avoiding. The Damned is not so bad. I used to run this one all the time. It just happens with the math. Hitting 50 with the setup, it's difficult to work in the Damned. So that's why I'm not running it, but this one's not that bad. Knew I forgot something. Freshly cleaned. These are brutal. Probably avoid them. Ambush is the hardest modifier in the game. I would recommend literally never taking this outside of just doing it as like a challenge for yourself. It's so brutal. You can't retain block cards from the previous turn to block on that round 0. You know, you can't delay block. You can't kill the enemy or apply weak or slow or anything. They attack, you draw 5 cards, you hope you can block it. This is gonna just give you so much unavoidable damage. Don't take it. Void Blessed, similar idea. This one's just really brutal. Even though it doesn't affect bosses and elites and stuff, it's gonna mess up the turns it takes you to kill. A lot of enemies spike their damage up at one particular turn, and this can easily push you over the threshold of being able to kill them to not being able to kill them before that spike comes in. Don't take it, even though it's worth a lot. Praetorian Guard is another one. If you take 1 stack, it's not so bad. The math just doesn't work out for 2 cost. With this setup, I would recommend basically never taking both stacks of Praetorian Guard because the spiders exist, and usually they're just gonna kick your butt if you don't really have some kind of special answer for them, like a bunch of exploding bottles or something like that. So knowing that you might have to fight the spiders is, yeah, some decks, they just can't fight the spiders, so don't take 2 stacks of this. And lastly, there's Fog of War. This one was interesting. I talked with DeBordy a little bit about this in the Discord, but I would recommend literally never taking Fog of War, even at 1 stack. He was making the point that, you know, with 3 tiles of vision, just 1 stack of Fog of War, it's kind of free because you're probably able to determine your full path anyway. I don't like it because I enjoy getting all of the information at once, since it lets me exactly allocate things like, you know, where I'm going to spend my upgrade points. If I can see all the cards that I'm going to be gathering from the floor, and I can see exactly how many upgrades I'm going to get, then that informs my decision making about, hey, do I want to go out of my way to pick up, you know, this card over here? Do I have an upgrade point to allocate to that? That, you know, changes your pathing. And with all of the economic modifiers too, you want to avoid most of the shops. You want to only visit them. You want to visit when the time is right, based on how much money you have. So being able to plan all that in ahead makes me say, don't take Fog of War. Yeah, anyway, that's basically my instability setup. I usually run this, maybe make slight modifications when I'm playing I-50. Yeah, that's gonna do it for tonight's stream. Maybe I'll be back tomorrow, I'm not sure. Can definitely squeeze some in over the weekend, though. We'll see. But thanks for tuning in, everybody. Shout-outs to Josh for stopping by. Your game's awesome. Happy to have you here. Peace out, y'all.